never having cake again or never having alcohol. I'll drop the cake in a second.
Well, that's more cake for me, I guess.
Cheese
Yeah,
would be a hard one to
sure.
choose between, though.
Yeah, not having cheese or not having wine for the rest of your. I mean,
Yeah,
that's a catch-22 if I ever saw one. That's yeah.
true. I certainly couldn't give up sandwiches.
Welcome to episode 98 of the No.1 Crude Mistakes podcast with Glenn from No.1 Projects, Haavard from Behind the Mistakes, and me, KG, from Crude but Efficient, who has an aching body and I'm really feeling that I'm not 25 anymore.
Hello?
Okay, please elaborate.
Well, I mean, it's my own fault. It's probably due to the fact that I spent 13 hours, if you include meal breaks, digging holes and pouring concrete yesterday.
Ah,
So, yeah, it was kind of a bad planning that I put that on myself. And the weather report warned us that we would be getting some storms in the night and the morning. And once I started, I wanted really much to finish. And
well,
half-poured concrete isn't that good in rain.
I do recall in the last episode you said that there isn't truly summer before you've dug a hole. So what are you digging and pouring concrete in rain? That's just good, isn't it? I mean, you need the water to get the strongest possible concrete.
Well, if you get too much water, I don't think it's that strong anymore.
Yeah.
But yes, I very much feel that that I can tick off summer now because I've dug a lot of holes, and I've also seen the ocean. But yeah, I think
Then you dug too far.
well, those two weren't linked together. But yeah, I'll see your point. Now it's just a matter of actually starting to building the pergola as well, because I haven't built anything outside. So in that case, it doesn't feel like summer yet. So, but I still have a couple of days of vacation left. So hopefully I get onto that.
Do you think the build's going to be simple, KJ?
No, I'm
No?
hoping the build will be simple. I am fantasizing that the build will be simple. I don't think that the build will be simple.
Okay.
I think it will be a lot of arguing with pieces of wood that are not as straight as they should be, or not as crooked as they should be, depending on how well the concrete pour went.
Right. I'm still not quite sure what a garage pergola is, if I'm honest.
It's a pergola for your car.
Okay.
It's
So it's just a pergola.
Yes.
That you put your car on it. Okay, fair
Yes.
enough.
And use the sides for some greenery as well.
Okay.
So
But I
greenery
mean,
can climb on it.
in
Nice.
Norway, we call that a carport.
Well, that has a roof on it, and then you need a
Yeah.
building permit. This does not have a roof on it, so we don't need a building permit.
Oh yeah, all right. So, but
Will it have a roof
then
on
again,
it one day?
what's the point?
Who knows? Who knows why we're building it so sturdy that it could take snow loads? But it won't have a roof now, at least.
It's just going to make your car look really spoiled, isn't it?
It's always been spoiled. It's always had an ugly roof over it its entire life with us. So it's a very spoiled car.
But I mean,
But it don't get to come inside, so it's not that spoiled.
with the pergola though, it's not. It won't keep the snow out. It won't keep the rain out. You still get sun on the car, so it will fade. I mean, what's the point? You're basically just building a fence around it. But
It's getting the most of the sun out because of
okay,
the pergola parts, because it's going to be quite tightly knit in that sense. And it won't see that much of outer space either, so hopefully it will be enough to keep it from the windows getting frosty in the wintertime.
You need a structure over your car park there anyway, don't you? Because of all those falling trees from the.
Yes, we want something to
to break the
catch and
fall.
everything, anything that falls. Yes, that is also a big part of it.
So that makes sense then, teaching your oldest to weld. It's going to be the most secure pergola ever.
Yeah, we'll see if we need to reinforce it with some. And then it's good to have a 10-year-old you can send up on the roof to do some welding. That's just part of prepping, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, how's your week been, Glenn?
Fine. Yeah, I've been digging holes, so it's definitely summer still here. Um, no, mainly I have been filling that piece of wood down, which I've eventually done. Uh, Fixing my lawnmower and playing with electronics.
So, you fixed your oak cup holder lawnmower.
I've started to fix it. I've just
Okay,
waited.
you haven't fixed it. You haven't worked on it. Okay.
So what I have done is it's a front driven mower, and the wheels have got like cogs inside, so
Yeah.
it drives the wheels directly. And there was some play in one of the wheels, so it's basically damaged all the cogs inside that wheel. Luckily, I had a spare, and I've put new bearings on the axle, so that's all nice and tight now. And then I took the blade off, and there's a boss that holds the blade on, which I didn't think was damaged, but that's damaged. So I'm just waiting for another one of those before I can use it. So yeah, it
So
was a
it was a
nice.
worse job than you thought.
Yes, yeah. It's funny. I was looking at the genuine spares for the bearings, and they were £8 each, and 3-day delivery from a lawnmower spares supplier. And I just measured the bearings, went on Amazon, 10 bearings, £7.
Yeah.
It's nuts. It's absolutely crazy. So I've used 2 of them, and I'm gonna sell the other ones for £7 each. Back to the lawnmower supplier.
But I mean, in that case, if what do you say? They cost £8 each, the other
Yeah,
ones.
yeah,
So even if these are 5% of the quality, you will get the same mileage out of them.
exactly.
So yeah,
Yeah,
that's it. Should work out that.
yeah. I mean, the mowers are such an age. I mean, something else is going to condemn it, I'm pretty sure, over the next year or two, and I'm pretty sure the bearings will last that length of time. So, yeah, it's all good.
Yeah. At one point, you don't want to keep. You don't want to buy something too too nice for it, because then you just have to start changing other things as well because you spend so much money on it. So
Exactly. Well, either the engine's strong and the axle and chassis all working, then I'll keep it running. But as soon as that starts getting seriously damaged, then it's goodbye mower, which is a shame because it's got a bloody brilliant engine on it.
well, an engine can be used for something else.
That's true. I'm not quite sure what though.
I'm sure Haavard has some ideas.
Yeah. I'm just so glad that that it's Glenn that ventured us into the topics of gardening and gardening tools, so I don't feel bad for bringing it up.
Anyway, I've been also thinning some wood. Go on, carry on. Tell us about your gardening
uh,
times.
yeah, well, I fixed my ice trimmer last year by paying 50% of the cost of the new one to getting a new electronic spark generator, and now it's dying on me. I think it's run too hot, so I think I really can't get it up to speed, so I need a new one. Um, and the question is, I could get an identical one, but I want the one with a bit more attachment for hedge trimming and whatnot, and then I'm not sure if the parts that I already have will fit on that. It feels a bit of a waste. So then, of course, I found one on sale that is dirt cheap. So then maybe I could just buy that one for that one task, and then I get a proper one that I use for not sticking the blade into the dirt to cutting branches and whatnot to close to rocks. Because that's what I've been doing. I have like the ground covering, ground crawling mistle all over that I've been fighting for years, and now I started on the
Catoniaster.
last. Yeah, that. I started the last battle on the last patch. Um, I've been cutting all day, and I found an old path. And the question is, do I want to make that a walkable path again by putting a lot of work in, or should I just remove everything growing and then build a walkway? And of course, you answered what I wanted to hear. Like, yeah, build a walkway. Uh, but I did some quick calculation, and it's going to be, if it's going to reach the entire property on the lower side, it's 40 meters. If I then make it a meter wide, it's going to be 40 square meters. And that's roughly about the same as the deck that I built this summer. And then, of
Yeah.
course, the cost is going to be roughly the same. So it's like, ooh, is that a project I want this summer? But it might be next summer project. But I'm just going to clear every shit out of the way, basically. So
I'd
we'll
just put
see.
it all off until next summer if I were you. You only need one big gardening project a year, I think, domestically, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't need multiple ones. Do you hear that, Michelle? We don't need any more garden projects this year.
Now you start to plan for next year's project instead.
Yeah. And the worst thing, though, this is also in the corner where you can't see it from the house or the driveway. The only place you can see it is if you're the neighbor, and can't care a shit about that. So, yeah, I can't start and leave it like half done. Nobody will. It's not like the wife or myself is going to like, oh, that's an eyesore. So, of course, I started cutting a bit today, and I need to pile everything together and, yeah, basically ship it off. It's too much to compost. So yeah. So, but
Have you
now
not
it
got?
started raining, so now I don't feel bad for sitting inside and not doing anything. So
I was going to say, have you not got any other projects on the go that can keep you occupied instead of starting this?
I mean, there is too many projects, so I just started this to
To procrastinate.
procrastinate and get over the fact that I have too many projects. But that being said, though, I have been running the CNC and the 3D printer, and it's nice because you just press play and then you can go and do something else. So I've had the time, but yeah, I cut the grass. We have a birthday party tomorrow, so I'm trying to make the garden presentable, and it looks decent. So yeah, we're getting there. I'm thinking maybe next summer we'll have a garden we're not ashamed of anymore. So we'll see.
That's something to aim for.
Yeah.
What was even happening in the workshop? What are all those projects that you don't want to do?
Yeah. Yes.
Or do you don't want to talk about it for real?
Well, I've been working on the bellows for the Hell Quarter. Fucked up big time. I 3D printed some parts, realized they're wrong, so I 3D printed them again and realized they're not wrong, but it just won't work. So I'm on my third iteration. Um, but that's coming along. I'm at that stage when I'm going to start to do the leather work, and it really that scares me. But I mean, if you fuck that up, you have to go and get more fake leather. So you have to do it properly. Um, so so I'm postponing that. And then of
What
course,
does the leather work involve for the bellows? Do you actually have to? Do you have to build it segmented and sew it together and then seal it somehow, or
um, yes, if you're gonna do it properly, you do that. I'm gonna do like they do on these fireplace blower
yeah?
thingamabobs. They just have one piece around, and yes, it will get wrinkly when you use it. But
I
I
thought they
think
were. I thought they were like segmented because they proper concertina up quite neatly, don't they?
If it's the good kind,
yeah,
Okay.
you can
but
do it the cheap way as well. I think.
I've built it in such a way that if it doesn't work with the flappy loose leather around, then I can go to like a more segmented type without having to change
Okay.
anything else than the leather. Um, but it's nice to get a proof of concept before I put too much work and effort into it. Um, but yeah, it's also been too hot basically. So it's nice to just print some parts and put some glue on them and just leave them, because I haven't been able to be in my workshop without sweating. I was thinking, should I move a fan down there or something? But no, it's doesn't happen very often. I mean, we've lived here now for 7, soon 8 years, and then I think it's the second summer that I use my compressor to blow cold air up my shirt. It's like just to keep cool. So
Maybe
yeah,
that can be a project, a cooling suit.
yeah, but that's again that's a catch-22, because I have to be in the workshop to make it, and it's too hot, so it's
Ah,
not
yeah.
gonna happen.
You have to
Yeah,
think ahead and make it in winter.
No. You make it in autumn, and then you can either fill it with hot water or cold water, depending on the temperature around it.
yeah,
A hot suit or a cold suit.
that's true. That's true. Um, I'll have to think about that. Um, but yeah, that's basically it. And then I started another, or I revisited or rebooted an old project. I still have that cartoon project. It's basically done without having to do the voiceover, but of course the cartoon is a rip off of already existing teddy bear. At some point, I asked the company who has basically the design rights for it, but they never replied. This is years ago, and then I figured out a way around it. So I just had to redesign some features on all the drawings. It's 34 drawings, so if I do 4 drawings a day, it's I might have it done in a fortnight. But yeah, I need to be back at work to use the printer to make some templates. So that's a good segue on to this is the last week of holiday, so I'm starting to feel the shit. I'm gonna have to go back to kindergarten again and do work, and I really don't want to. Um, so it's kind of a sour aftertaste. It really ruins the last days of holiday, because you're thinking, shit, there's work in the end of the tunnel. But I'm trying to enjoy the last week as much as I can. But
You
yeah,
should. You should try and enjoy it. I'm only getting a week, so
yeah,
You're only
yeah.
giving yourself a week, you mean?
yes.
Climb
Yeah,
down from that cross. You're your own boss.
that's true. It
It's
doesn't
your
pay
own
too
fault.
well when I take too much holiday, though, KJ.
I mean,
It-
we can do some maths here for you. I mean, how much do you have to increase your hourly wage to get an extra week of vacation, and then what is the pain
Oh,
threshold
yeah.
for your client? So, I mean, you can still get paid what you're doing now, but I'm fairly sure you don't have to bump the prices too much to give yourself more vacation than me and KJ can scramble together.
I have mostly done 4 days a week for the last couple of years. I'm not
Exactly.
that hard done to.
So I mean, your laziness in the normal week gives you less vacation time.
It's not laziness, KJ. It's just a
Op-
standard of living I've grown accustomed to.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oops! I saw a drop of rain. I'm out of here.
Week optimization, I think it's called. Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw, but it is fun though. I saw this. It's one of these British like dress shows, or what they're called, from like the 1700s, and this one guy sat down at the dinner table and said he got himself a job, and then the family was outraged because, I mean, you're an aristocrat, we don't work. Yeah, but I've studied law, so I'm gonna work in a company part-time. And the head of the family said, but I did plan of having you in the business of running the estate. Yeah, but there are plenty of days in the no, it's plenty of hours in the day, and if not, there's always the weekend. And then his old mother like looked perplexed. Like, weekend? What's that? And of course, you have an entire genre of people who like. I mean, they have never worked their entire life, but of course, the weekend was something to break up the work week for the working people so that they did not work themselves to the ground. So it's the minimum you can get away with to get the optimized 5 other days of the week.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, it is. It's a dream, I think, to be at that point where like weekend. What is that? I had a small taste of how it felt like here the other day because I sent my wife a message because she was at the store like, oh, can you buy me 2 beers? And she just sent back, well, it's Saturday. It's already closed. Crap, it's Saturday. It's like, yeah, proper holiday mode. You don't care which day it is, and like, yeah,
I
Yeah.
had
I mean, I'm totally off the weeks as well, or weekdays. I mostly remember what day it is because what podcast comes out and what people who are dropping YouTube videos regularly. Oh yeah, it's Sunday. Yeah.
exactly.
I went the other way with weekends. I forgot what weekends were when I first started my business because I was working them every week.
Yeah, but,
Yeah, you can go either way
Yeah.
and forget them.
but then again, if you I mean, what do you regular people like ourselves use the weekends for? I mean, yes, it's relaxing, and then Saturday, at least in Norway, that's the day when the stores are open and you are off work. So you basically spend Saturday doing the necessary shopping and whatnot, and then on Sunday everything is closed. So that's the day you either go to church or just relax. But I mean, if you can do shit on a Tuesday, just pop into the store and get whatever, and then I mean, you don't need the Saturday for the purposes it has become today. So yeah, I
You're
mean,
saying we should.
we could very easily structure our lives so that I mean, weeks doesn't really matter.
I thought you were saying for 1 minute then we didn't need. We could just work Saturdays and just have Sunday off for one
You
minute.
could read it as that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I thought, who is this person in the podcast with me? He's the one that suddenly likes work.
No, he has been at his own devices for too long and has mixed up his
yeah, but
playtime in the workshop with actual work that gets him
Yeah.
paid.
yeah, and that's the thing though. You're mixing up enjoying work and enjoying money. It's very much the latter, but unfortunately, the two
Yeah.
things are intertwined. So you can't have one without the other. Usually, at least not in my case. So,
Yeah, for most people, it's sadly separated. Or not separated, I mean.
but
I
again,
met a
I've
few
said it before.
people.
If there's a benefactor out there who would like to rid me of my work problems, I'm open. I'm not shy. I say thank you and nod for everyone who wants to give me money. That's yeah, I feel no shame.
So the quest for a millionaire is still ongoing.
Oh, very much so. Yeah.
I'm trying, Haavard. I do play the lottery every week.
Yeah, that's good to know. Good to know.
I don't
Are you
feel
got
like you're trying to help me out by playing the lottery though. This that way around.
I'm more of
so,
a sporadic. I don't play for the small millions every now and then, but once the Euro jackpot hits a certain threshold, it's
Yeah.
like, count me in.
Triple roller, but okay.
Yeah.
insane amounts of money. That's also something to dream about.
Yeah. I'm really not dreaming about it because I've had too much statistics. So it's, yeah, it's not going to happen.
No, but it happens for someone at least.
Yeah.
Yep. It's quite a high percentage from Lincolnshire won the Euro Millions for some reason as well. So
Well, keep at it then.
Yep.
Yeah.
Be that 1% or 0.1%, perhaps.
Now to change the subject a bit, I taste myself since last time.
You tasted yourself, or you
No,
tasered yourself?
tasered myself. Yeah,
Oh wow!
Taser. Okay, okay.
yeah.
I heard taste. Don't we always, all the time? I mean, the tongue is in the body.
I had a different image, but okay.
Oh, we know you had, but yeah, it's a philosophical question that your tongue is in your mouth basically all the time, so you're just constantly just tasting yourself. No,
Okay,
Weird.
go back to what you said. Taser yourself. That
yeah,
sounds more interesting.
and of course you're
On
forgiven if you
purpose?
thought it's because I have the tasers, but no. The wife bought one of these electric tennis rackets for flies and bugs and whatnot,
And
and
you had to
Right.
lick it.
almost, but it's been laying around the house without batteries for too long, and of course the kids have been playing around with it because it got no battery in it. And then my wife loaded it up with batteries, and then I thought it's just a question before one of the kids just pick it up and just fling it around, and then they sap themselves, not realizing that's how it works. So I thought I need to check this out for safety. So I put my
Where
finger
did
to
you?
it today, and
Oh, just your finger.
yeah, I started with my finger.
Yeah.
But yeah, it sat my finger, but it wasn't as bad as I thought it was. It was more like a sting rather than a shock. I mean, I've had 240 volts running through my fingers, and that really bites. This one was just. I mean, if you're a fly, you might disagree, but yeah, this wasn't too bad actually. So yeah, I've had no problem letting the kids find out on their own. I just hope I have a camera on while they do.
Learning moment. So did
But
you
that
try any other body part or a wet finger or?
uh
He's smiling like
no
he
no,
did.
no it's not the half pint yet. So only the finger. But that it brings up a moral question though, because now it's just laying there on a couch, like a loaded gun.
Yeah.
And should I like bait my children into using it so that I can film it for later when I grow up? Like this is the first time you shocked yourself. So I mean, is that? It's
I
not
think it's
terrible
abuse.
parenting, is it?
I think that's abuse, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, it is, isn't it? All right,
Well,
so
if you use reverse psychology and you tell them, no, don't do this, this would be bad for you, but you do it in a way that you know that they will rebel against, I mean, then it's not your fault.
no, then I've been a good parent, right?
Yeah.
I said, don't touch it, and if you are touch it, at least not lick it.
Working on that theory. I mean, just hope they don't ever get a job with the Defence Department.
Yeah.
Don't press this. Pressing it.
I mean, I saw that for some reason, and it's probably because of the times we are living in, I've got a lot of adverts for various military departments and companies, whatnot, like applying for people. And one of them was, of course, the Norwegian intelligence service. They're looking for personnel, and of course, they can never tell exactly what they're looking for, but just give you some vague descriptions, and then you apply, and then you figure out. But it's like, should I apply in the off chance of getting invited to an interview just for the hell of it, and then just go in and doing basically what I'm doing here? I'm just outing my ever thought that crosses my mind. So, how would you feel about? Oh, perfectly fine. I would lick that fence twice if I were allowed to, just to see how they react.
It would be interesting hearing what they have to say about your YouTube channel and online presence. Be working intelligence.
Yeah.
That I mean, it could be to your advantage, perhaps. The Russians would never guess it.
Let's. But that would be fun though if you went in and they haven't done their due diligence as you would expect from that kind of department, and they didn't know, and then you started working there, and like after a couple of months, is like, wait, you are have an online persona here. That's against policy, and then you can just like, what, you didn't check? Isn't this the intelligence? Like you just play the Uno reverse card on them, and that's on you. That's not on me.
I would take a job in the intelligence department just as proof that I have some intelligence.
Yeah. Um, I have a childhood friend actually worked there for a lot of years. He got an office job, at least that's what he told me. But for many years, he wasn't allowed to tell anyone where he was working. And then they changed the rules quite a few years ago now, where you were actually allowed to say that you worked in the intelligence service, but you weren't allowed to say anything more than that. But of course, if you're out at any social event and people ask you what you're doing and you say you're working for the intelligence service, and but that's all you can say, that's all they are going to be asking and digging about. So it's like, no, I just tell them I work as an archive person at some government, and then they just phase out before he's finished the sentence, and then they move along. So yeah, I'm not sure. I wouldn't be able to keep my mouth shut. So yeah, yeah. So I would be out before I was even in. So yeah, there's that.
I think you could do misinformation really good if they wanted to plant someone.
Yeah, to the point where it also includes myself. Yeah.
Yes, they just tell you a lot of secrets and then you ship you off to an embassy somewhere else and then you spread that like wildfire.
I could, of course, like do the Liam Neeson, like I have a certain set of skills, and then of course they would say, "Oh, we've seen your skills."
Yeah. Nobody's worried about your skills, mate.
They are certain and you are special, yes. Very much so.
Yeah. I mean, yes, we are a branch of the special service, but not that kind of special. Oh.
Yeah, I found myself in the. I'm starting to get in the situation that I was like a year or a year and a half ago, something like that. That I now have 2 filmed projects that I'm not finished editing, and I'm working on one project, and I'm planning to start another one as well. So it seems like I'm stacking up on
Wow.
finished stuff, but I should really do some editing as well.
What have you got finished then, KJ?
It's it's a small the small scoop and
Oh yeah,
and the leather and metal thing that I've teased
leather and
about.
whatever.
The leather and whatever.
Have we got to wait for the video before we find out what that is?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's for the best.
Do you not think we need some kind of warning?
No,
No.
he says with a big smile.
I think I'm on the opposite spectrum to that, KJ. I've not finished a project yet, but I've got four little shorts out of it and getting some really good views from a non-finished project. So,
So will you ever finish that project?
I don't think so. I might just do a supercut of all the shorts when it's done. That all the shorts have performed really well, so I think it's going to be worth it.
I mean, if you add all those views and then you see it as an entire video, then it's a quite decent one.
Yeah, it's had 17,000 views up to yet. The 4 reels put together, not just the one that I've just done. So yeah, I think that's the way forward.
You said that you were probably pausing that project and doing something else in the meantime, as you did the turned coffee cup old beer holder thing.
Yeah,
Do you have anything else coming up?
yes, I've started on the project. I've been playing around with electronics. You know, Steve gave me some electronics, some old electronic kits,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
and I put both of them together. One doesn't work, and that's probably the way I put it together. But the infrared switch does work really well. So I've got a little project idea for that. So I'm just waiting on some parts, and they should be here by the time I get back from holiday. So that's not going to be finished this week, unfortunately. Otherwise, I would have had that project out by the weekend, which would have been nice. I'm fighting the hours game at the moment. That's my quest to get up to 4,000 watch hours.
Ah yeah.
So that's why I'm just banging any old shit out. It seems to be working, so I'll stick with it.
If it works, it works.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's really interesting, though. It's probably late to the party, but I saw some information here that was it the 15th of July? Uh, YouTube changed its algorithm, and they've done a lot to get rid of people who just repost things and putting their own face in front of it and like a reaction
Okay.
video, and they're really tuning out the like if you're just copying a video that's too similar to someone else's or something and you just put another voiceover on it, and especially AI voiceover, it won't count towards monetization
Okay.
because they don't want people just making garbage AI just to rack up enough numbers in total to actually make some money out of it. And that of course makes more proper human content more visible again. At least that's the goal. And then they're like, so you should make videos with original content. It should be your face in it. So I'm not sure how that will turn out for this old Tony if you need to have your face in it. But yeah, and not using an AI voice or anything like that. So yeah, it might be something good out of this AI thing then, if like it's too much garbage, and then they're trying to seek out people actually doing proper crappy content, and we might
Then you
get a
could.
boost on that. That's nice.
My thoughts on the AI content is if that did become more prevalent, then it would just stop us and all the makers or lots of people who are making any sort of content. Just you wouldn't want to play the game anymore, would you? You can't. It wouldn't be any fun going up against AI.
No, that's the thing. I hope that YouTube and others just realize that. I mean, if there is just bots making content, and then there are bots just watching content to boost the hours, there is nobody who is interested in paying for ads, and then YouTube is going to lose revenue, and of
Yeah.
course there is not going to be any creator, and they don't want to give money away to people just
But
not putting in the effort. So it's a lose-lose for everyone, and I hope it seems
if
like they
people are
realize that.
watching those AI videos, though, that's still a commercial asset, then, though, isn't it? That's still worth putting an ad on if people are watching it, isn't it?
Yeah, but I think it's more and more people, real people, are not watching it
Yeah.
because it's not interesting. So it turns out that all the watch hours are basically other bots just
Yeah.
watching that again, and then it's yeah.
And kids and people over 75.
Yeah, that's for someone who is making money on ads. That's not the target group.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the AI content I've really noticed is just weird shit, and it seems to be like a tiger fighting an elephant in a kung fu style, and just weird stuff like that that's been put together. And it doesn't give any enjoyment for me. What I have noticed is there seems to be a lot of fake or AI accounts on Instagram recently. I think 1 out of 10 followers I've had lately
Yeah,
has been real, and the other 9 have been AI content. It's just weird.
that's also the thing though, because I it's one of my personality traits. I'm into weird shit. So I get a lot of suggestions on like concrete ships or some historical event or World War II bunkers, technology or whatnot, very specific niches. But now it turns out that I see a lot of them. That's interesting. I don't know anything about that. I'll click on that one,
Mm.
and it becomes very obvious that it's just a slideshow of still images, and there's an AI voice narrating. So it's very obvious that someone has just asked AI to just give me a slideshow of pictures of that.
Yeah.
And then they've asked for a prompt, write a factual text about this. And then you just drag those two into the video editing software and da you have a video. But it's so crap. You start like the first 2 seconds and you realize what you're into here, and then like, this is boring. And I feel that there's a lot of videos where I now see that, oh, that's an interesting topic I know nothing about. Let's click on that, and this is garbage. And I instantly know that it's. I mean, it's at that point that even though it's garbage, you can't even be sure it's real garbage. So if you sit through it, and what you've learned might not even be correct. So yeah, I think we turned that peak a lot faster than many people feared or hoped for. That like, I'm hoping that this is something that goes on in the average population, that like, this is crap. I'm not watching it, because then it will go away eventually. But I may be being too naive and hopeful.
Saw a funny little thing last week. There's a lady I follow on Instagram called the Chatty Carpenter, very talented furniture maker. And when I started following her, she got 200 followers, and she had at the beginning of last week, and then she had a rant on Instagram saying that she didn't want to make content, she just wanted to make furniture, and it went sort of semi-viral. She got, I think it was 250,000 views, and lots of people copying her, and she instantly went up to 2,800 followers just like that.
Yeah.
It was a really interesting just to witness that little phenomenon, something going viral.
Yeah, but being a human and having feelings and opinions and expressing
Yeah.
them, I think that's the way to go. I'm really bad at that sort of thing.
I was thinking, oh, that no, yeah.
And I have barely any growth, so it checks out.
Oh, that being said, I got the 2 subscribers again this week, and I lost 4 last week. So, but I'm up on an all-time high. So it's 62.
Oh well, yeah, this was subscribers game.
Yeah.
I turned off my subscriber counter in the workshop because I could not look at it every time I walked by. So yeah, it's not good for you to watch numbers too much.
That is.
And I think I got a couple of more subscribers just by turning it off. So maybe you're gonna turn it on again and turn it back off and see what happens.
Maybe you should turn it on, walk by it, cry, then turn it off, and put that out. See if it goes viral, KJ.
But you should find something that turns on the spite in people. Because I follow a guy that he's on a weight loss journey, and he said, for every subscriber, I'll walk a mile. And of course, and that exploded, so now he has to walk for the rest of his life. But it worked. So you just have to. For every subscriber, I'll swallow a nail in my workshop, and then people like, oh yeah, I want to hurt this guy so bad, and that's how you get followers. You need to find your niche where people like, oh yeah, fucking, I want him to click, and then get a lot of.
Because that sounds like a nice community to be the center of.
Yeah. But then you have to be
I
smart
think
about it. I
Haavard's
mean,
evil
if you
twist on it
still
didn't
want
help.
to keep within the realm of the maker community, what is it that you can do that infuriates the maker community to the point where they follow you to get back at you? That's the equation you have to solve.
For every subscriber I get, I'll use only Ryobi tools for 1 week.
Oh. And then you can, I mean, you see like Whistling Diesel and whatnot. They're buying expensive shit just to burn it because people would like to see someone just buying a Ferrari off of them just to burn it because there is something to sticking it to the man. So maybe like, yeah, if I get 50,000 subscriber, I'm gonna buy the entire Festool lineup and drive over it with like a diesel truck or something like that.
Dismantle it with all my Makita tools.
Oh, that would be so good.
So
Just
you have an entire range from most expensive to cheapest, and you disassemble them. Use the Makita to disassemble the Fest tool, and use a Bosch Green to to take apart that, and so on and so on. To
I thought
or
Bosch
that's
if
a
you
Green was
get
at,
weird
into
video
I thought
series.
Bosch Green was at the top. I've been buying wrong all these years.
yeah, I mean it's up there. But then again, could you? I mean, if you have a 3D printer, then could you like 3D print Ryobi casing for all your Fest tools? She's like, yeah,
To
I
show that
bought
you're a
this
man.
Festool drill, but it doesn't feel right. So you just pick off the plastics and then you put a Ryobi shell on it, and it's perfect.
Ryobi's misspelled as well, like it's a
Yeah,
cheap Chinese knockoff.
yeah. Then and then you send them the video to both of them and ask if they want to to sponsor your video. And then you put that out as a short, like reading up the response if you get one.
Reskinning Fest tools. That's actually a really fun idea.
And then you buy a saw stop and you just tear out all the electronics and just hardwire the power to the engine because nobody wants that. I just like the way it looks.
The problem is, KJ. I mean, if you reskinned everything in Ryobi shell, and somebody just sort of watched 30 seconds in the middle of a video and didn't understand that this is what you'd done, they might think that Ryobi is really good or something.
They might think you're Colin Furze, you mean?
Well, he's got Milwaukee as well. He's got all the tools, doesn't he? I assume he's
He takes
Milwaukee.
anything that's for free, I think.
Well, you need it all in that workshop, don't you?
Yeah, but how many workshops does he have at this point?
And that's the question, though. Does he have a workshop that's not shown that nobody knows about, where he really does the work? Maybe the rest is just like a shell, just like a set. I did wonder that for a lot of years because when I saw the project from inside his house, does he and his family actually live there, or do they have a house a couple of doors down or something like that? Because I mean, would he be allowed to do that? And of course, a lot of the things are non-permanent. But when you look at the walls, there is not much family pictures, and the kitchen is very clean. And so, of course, he probably does as Oliver does. You give it a good once over before you film.
Yeah.
So, of course, that is maybe while it seems so sterile because he have prepped it for recording.
I think the only project that made me think he didn't live there was the stairs project.
Yeah.
Yeah, with
when
the
it turned
treadmill.
into a travelator,
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be a hard sell, I would say, to the rest of the family.
Especially if there's no downstairs loo.
I mean, if you really need to go, then
Yeah.
That's motivation enough.
No, but that being said, though, speaking about workshops, I have I think I've completed the specifications document. Like it's a 6-page document outlining how it should look and sizes and what yeah,
I mean, this is
stuff you want in it. So yeah, it's just like, should I now send this to our architect friend and get the judgment?
you
It feels
probably
like when you delivered an exam and you're in 8th grade, and you, how much red will it have once it's returned? Like, nope, you can't do that. Nope, that's wrong. That's wrong. That's not how you build a wall. Nope, can't do that.
so
And it's
planning permission here when you get it. I mean, it takes a long time to get planning permission. I mean, I think it took me 6 months for my workshop planning to come through, and then it's valid for 5 years after that. So you might as well get the ball rolling.
Yeah, that's the thing, though. It might take. I mean, it depends on how much they have to do, and of course, if you use an architect or even better, a lawyer, then it, for some odd reason, it doesn't take as long time. Um, and of course, if it was just, I checked out for the garage as well because we're looking into getting that as well. And as long as you don't have any living spaces or water, then you can basically do it yourself. But once you're building a house in Norway, you have to be either a carpenter by trade or being recognized as someone who can do it yourself. And you can apply to the municipality that you would like to be uh, approved for doing it yourself.
Look,
But of
I've
course,
got
that
proof. Check out my channel.
yeah,
I can make things.
yeah, I make stuff. Yeah, but that takes probably even longer. So I mean, yes, the cost of having an architect to do a once over on the drawings and actually do the process, it's also better when they do, like, you need to notify the neighbors and whatnot about your
Yeah.
plans and so on, and they have to be able to object to anything. And then of course having a third party doing that makes it easier. So yeah.
and it's good for you to get your uh, IDs scrutinized and explain to you what's wrong with them in an early stage. You don't go dreaming too much about something that can't be made.
Yeah, that's true though. And of course, my one of the things that it's of course doable, but at what cost? Because I
Yeah,
don't want any load bearing internal walls, because I would be able to have big open spaces. But if it's going to be repurposed for living purposes later, when we sell the house or whatnot, then of course I want a small bathroom and water and a small kitchenette or whatnot. And I have a layout which is based on how I want a workshop to be. And that's the discussion I want to have with the architect, is like, I have placed the bathroom in this corner and there is no walls here, but in the future you might put up a wall here and this would be a bedroom. And I have no experience in, I mean, the functionality of living spaces. I mean, I have been living in living spaces for 40 plus years, but still I don't feel qualified to do a layout that's yeah, it's probably a lot of things to think about that I don't think about. So yeah, it's nice having your ideas scrutinized, as you say.
I just really hope they approve that slide coming down from the top floor. I mean, it'd be a shame if that gets. They won't let you have that.
Yeah,
but I mean,
and
that sounds really fun to repurpose a workshop into a living space.
yeah, and
Because
that
I
of
mean, it was
course,
something I felt when we were in Denmark last week, that in a cabin I so wanted to remodel it because it had made some really interesting choices about where to put stuff and that sort of thing. Oh, you could, if you move that there and build a shelf here, everything would be so much better in my mind.
yeah,
So
yeah, and
that sounds like fun.
that's the thing, though. I mean, today when people are building new houses, they want to hide away electronics and whatnot inside walls, piping, everything. I don't want to do that. I would like to do as it is in our house, where all the electrical cables are on the outside of the wall. Uh, of course, not all piping. I mean, from one story to the other, it might needs to go through the floor. But I don't want water piping going in the ceiling for long stretches. I would like to mitigate the. I mean, if there is a leak, I want you to see it, and
Yeah.
with power cords, it's if they are exposed, it's much easier. I need a socket here because I now have a tool here. You can just put a socket in, and of course, when you have a workshop, you keep putting shit up on the walls and you're drilling holes and whatnot. And yeah, if I have hidden electronics, then of course, if I build it from scratch, then I can mark with a crayon on the wall. Here's where the cable are, but then it can just as well be exposed so you can actually see it. And yeah, it's those kind of ideas. It would be nice to discuss it with a professional.
I really like that industrial look of all the services being wall mounted, surface mounted. I think it looks good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you even like on your wall there. I mean, if you have
Yeah.
to protect the wires, you also use this metal like half circle things to
Conduit,
protect it
yeah.
for that even looks cool. So if you have some exposed concrete walls or something, you might convert it to a living space with an industrial look without too much work as well. So yeah. But to be fair, though, I don't give a shit about that because that's going to be the next owner's problem. As long as I'm living here, it's going to be a workshop. So I really
Yeah.
don't care. So I want the bare minimum for it to be able to be registered as a possible living space. So you're actually approved to actually have people sleeping there because it will make it easier to sell the property later on if we need to.
Yeah.
Yeah. A short while ago, you mentioned concrete ships, and I think I've got more questions about that for the half pint, if you don't mind.
Concrete chip. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
chips. I thought chips like the ones you eat. No, but that would
That
be
sounds a bit
crisps.
tough.
So yeah, okay, yeah.
Concrete fries it is.
Yeah.
Yep. So see you in the half pint where we discuss that and hopefully something else as well because that's going to be a short
And
talk. I
other
think.
edibles.
Other edible concrete.
It's a fibrous diet, or yeah.
Thank you very much for listening and have a nice something.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Concrete fish and chips.
Yeah.